Hey guys, what's up? It's Sachika. Welcome to my channel where I do art, student and lifestyle content. So if you're interested in any of that, head down below and subscribe. I hope you'll have an amazing day and let's get into it. Let me just move this down a bit. Yeah, let's get into it. So today's video is my July plan with me and I'm super excited about this theme. Now, I made the cover page a little bit more colorful than it really needs to be, but that was because I wanted to milk all the color that was in this theme. It's quite a colorful theme and I love it. And the reason I picked this theme, there are two reasons. One, last month, which is in May, I went to an Alice in Wonderland exhibition in the V&A Museum, which is the Victoria and Albert Museum here in London, and so I decided, why not? And second, because it was such a colorful theme, I wanted to contrast what I did first in June. And also I've been feeling a little bit like down and depressed right now, so I figured the colors should help me sort of come alive. And for the first time in a long time, you guys are seeing me in my two little braids. And yeah, I think also this is the first time in a long time where I'm filming this literally right after I finish filming my plan with me. I mean the drawing part of this video. My god, that took me way too long to say. Anyway, so if I keep forgetting to say this every time I do these videos, but I remember this time. So if you guys are planning with me, grab your notebook and your pens and any colorful pens that you want to, that you can think of that you might need. Everything that I use will be linked down below. If you're not planning with me, then grab tea, coffee, snacks, a drink, whatever you want. And let's go and continue watching. And let's go.
So, like I mentioned, this is an Alice in Wonderland theme. And I wanted to make the start kind of like the start of the actual story. And the beginning of the story starts with Alice seeing the rabbit, and so on my code page I have the rabbit. I just put in the picture reference that I found of the characters that I used. I took a few liberties with the colors, but that's about it. I kept the characters pretty much the same as the animated movie. So on the code page I did the rabbit with his classic watch that he's constantly looking at and running. So I did the rabbit and I gave him sort of black tracks that he follows, which then lead on to the cover page where you have the tree and the Cheshire Cat sitting on the tree, which is what happens immediately after Alice falls down the rabbit hole. Like I said, I took a few liberties with the colors, but in the spirit of keeping this theme as simple as I possibly could, I did stick to using paint pens, so that there is no blending, brushwork stuff involved. Yeah, so while I was filming this video, I did do the cover page first. I really don't even know why, I just felt like it, so that's what I did. And colored it in. And yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I was a huge Alice in Wonderland fan when I was younger. I just loved the explosion of colors and the insane storyline that it takes. And when I went to the museum, like I mentioned before, it literally went through the evolution of the entire story, why it was written, for whom it was written, and everything. And did you guys know there were like a million movies made on the story? It wasn't just the animated and the recent live action ones. There was like a play and 2 other movies, and it was like insane. This movie was like a sensation. Now, for the rabbit, to color him in, I just used my Fabercastell Brush pens. Like I said, everything that I use will be linked down below. For the quote, I found this quote online, I think from the author, but I'm not really sure, that says imagination is the only weapon in the war against reality, which is just such a fun quote. And since I am in such a creative sort of path and field in terms of my career as well, I just figured it was a nice nod to that. Okay, so now the next spread is my monthly calendar, which I'm doing in Dutch door format, and so I just cut off half of the right hand page, and on the other side obviously is going to be my trackers, my habit tracker, my mood tracker. But basically for my monthly log, I just did a simple grid format, which it was 5 grid spaces by 5 grid spaces, and yeah, left it at that. On top I just wrote the word July and made the bottle that says drink me, that Alice drinks and eats at the beginning of the story so many times, growing and shrinking in size. Like I said, my next spread is my habit and mood trackers. For my habit trackers, I'm just drawing 6 mini calendars, just boxes, and then filling in the days that are not part of July, which is literally the last Sunday and the first, basically Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at the beginning. So that's what I'm doing. And for the mood tracker, I thought it'd be really fun to have a sort of nod to the Queen of Hearts and draw the different signs that are used on playing cards, which are spades, clubs, hearts, and diamonds. On the left hand side, where the half page is left over, I'm just going to be writing out my key on top, and I've made a sort of monthly list of things to do. Now you guys don't know this, but there's a lot happening for me in July. I have to move all my stuff into storage, and I have my vaccine, and there's a lot of stuff going on that I need to deal with, so I needed that extra little list just to keep track of things that I need to do. Now my next spread, as usual, is my food and sugar tracker, and I keep the spread as always quite simple. I just decided to add a little sort of block of something at the top that says eat me, again with a little nod to the start of the story. Now my next spread is my budget tracker. Now both of these spreads are quite utility based, so I tend to keep them quite simple with very few design elements in them, simply because I need them to be as user friendly and as less decorative as possible. Now actually in this particular budget tracker, instead of 5, I've added a 6th category. And this category is just sort of an extras category, things I need to buy that I wouldn't otherwise think of, which aren't like groceries or like money for laundry and such. So yeah, that's what it is. That's my budget tracker. Now the next spread is the spread for week number 1, which I am doing a 2-page spread. So on the right hand side, I'm just drawing out 4 boxes, which is 1/3 of 1/6 of the page. Each of the boxes is 12 by 12 spaces, and on the left hand page I just have this little drawing of one of the soldiers, and he's a spade soldier in this particular drawing. Now if you see the lighting change, that's just because, well, the lighting changed. I had to stop in the middle and go back and record it, and so the lighting on my notebook changed a little bit. Sorry about that. And yeah, after I finished coloring this little man card thing, I just add in my normal sort of mini calendar that I do every week. I added to my weekly spread just to keep track of where I am. And then on the right hand page, just because I thought it looked a little bit empty, I drew in once again the signs of the playing cards. Now my phone decided to cut off recording of the last bit, but don't worry, you didn't miss much except me coloring these little signs in. Now is the final flip through of this setup. I actually really liked how this turned out, and it didn't actually take as long as I thought it was gonna, especially with the colors and such. I think that's owed to the fact that I used pens everywhere rather than actually using sort of paints and such and making it super art school style. Yeah, so I think this is a relatively easy sort of setup for people to recreate. You don't even really need to have the colors in there. If you don't want to, you can leave it black and white, and I think it'll look just as good.
Yeah, and that was that. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, head down below and subscribe. And let me know down below in the comment section what your July theme is gonna be. You guys should let me know, because I'm interested in knowing what you guys come up with. If it's an easier theme, if it's something that is creative that I can maybe make a version of my own, or maybe just leave theme ideas that you guys would like to see me make, and I'll do my best to do that in the upcoming months. Side note, I may take next week off, so there may not be an upload next week, but definitely the week after that you will have a video. I'm sorry about this, I just needed a little bit of time off. And yeah, so I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, head down below and subscribe and leave a like on the video. I hope you'll have an amazing day, and bye.